I've seen Spider-Man Brand New Day twice, and I have some thoughts. First, let me say I thought that Tom Holland was great in this movie. He's really come into his own, not only as an actor, but with a very interesting take on the Peter Parker character. You couldn't ask for a better actor. You couldn't ask for a better person to serve as the face of Peter Parker for this next generation. I really liked a lot of the action set pieces in this movie, specifically the one with Spider-Man, Punisher, and the Hulk, and also this very brutal fight between Spider-Man and Scorpion. I was really into those. And a lot of the music selection for this movie was top-notch. I mean, they played records by Bad Bunny, they played some Steve Lacy records. Everything in there seemed current, new, fresh, and really matched the vibe of the New York that they were painting in this movie. And a lot of folks are coming out saying that this may be the best Spider-Man film with Tom Holland at the helm, and they are putting this up there with a lot of the best Spider-Man films ever. And I love that people love this movie, but I was nowhere near as won over by this film. Long story short, I liked it, wanted to love it, but there was just so much extra external stuff that I feel was just crammed and forced into this movie that made me feel more frustrated than optimistic once the credits started to roll. The main problem I have right now is that a lot of my gripes are kind of wrapped around spoilers, so I can't really talk about them. So I'll make a separate video for that, and I'll detail my biggest non-spoiler gripes in this video. So here are some broad criticisms I can speak to. I felt like it was marketed and communicated to me that this iteration of Peter Parker would be dealing with an insurmountable amount of struggle in this next movie. And there were a lot of times where I was sitting there thinking, where is the struggle they all were speaking of? Because I'm not really feeling it. A core characteristic of Peter Parker as a character is his internal struggle between balancing his life as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. That doesn't really exist in this iteration of the character. There's no Ned, there's no MJ, there's no Aunt May or Uncle Ben. They're all either dead or completely forgot about who he was. They also show him a majority of the movie in this beautiful loft apartment in New York City, but they don't show him having a job, so I have no idea how he's able to afford that. So where is this existential crisis coming from? What inciting incident caused him to crash out and his body to start to evolve due to stress? I didn't really see it. I didn't really feel it at any point in the beginning of this movie. And also, maybe it's just a personal preference, it just may be a personal gripe of mine. I am so tired of Spider-Man getting little broed in his own movies. In Homecoming, it was Iron Man. In Far From Home, it was Nick Fury. And in No Way Home, it was Doctor Strange and the other two Spider-Men. And in Brand New Day, it's the Punisher. Why is Marvel so dead set into forcing these superhero father figures in these Spider-Man movies? A lot of the fun of Spider-Man comics is that he has to navigate the superhero lifestyle without someone there to hold his hand throughout it. And as a result, he messes up, he makes a lot of mistakes, but that's what makes the story so compelling, because he's relatable. In damn near every adaptation of this character, Spider-Man really only has two father figures. That's Uncle Ben and that's Norman Osborn. Sometimes they throw Doc Ock up in there. And so far, none of those characters have been presented in any of these MCU movies. So this father figure plug and play method that Marvel is doing with these movies, maybe it's just a me thing, but they do not work. I just cannot get jiggy with this shit. Especially for this movie coming off of No Way Home. I was expecting this to be a Spider-Man movie where he's legitimately in New York City trying to figure things out on his own. No help, no hand holding, no safety nets. You got to swing on your own for once. And that is not the movie that we got at all. But let me reiterate, I did still like this movie. Didn't love it, but I liked it. And it seems like my gripes are really just my own, because it doesn't seem to have affected other people's enjoyment of this film as much as it did for me. And though I hope that this movie would have been better, it definitely could have been way worse. So I'll take that at least. Now, as far as a final verdict for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I would still say go big on this one. There's still certain visuals and action scenes that take place in this movie that deserve to be seen on the big screen in the best available format. So yeah, those are my general non-spoiler thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day. I have a lot more to talk about, but I'll wait until Monday morning before I drop that spoiler video. But until then, Spider-Man Brand New Day, go big, 3.5 stars out of 5. Till next time, peace.